Hello, and welcome to Toku Takeout, the official podcast of LBR Rangers, brought to you by FastFoodHut.com, the #1 hotspot for fast food news and reviews. Now if we can just calm everyone down, we can begin.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Toku Takeout. We're going to try something a little bit different, but first introductions. I am Brian, and over here we have Jason.
I like taco.
Over here we have Alex.
Hello.
Next to him is Lisa,
Konnichiwa, ikake desu ka?
who is apparently Japanese, and also Dustin.
Oh god, this is gonna be a train wreck, isn't it?
The previous 2 episodes have already been train wrecks, and we're going to try to make it a little bit smoother this time. I think what we're going to try is doing the geeky things first, and then we'll watch the episode later on, instead of what we normally do. So, we'll go around the room, the proverbial room, because none of us are even in the same state. Except
We're in
for
totally different states. What the fuck are you doing, Brian?
Actually, 3 of us are in the same state.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just in totally different parts of the state.
Actually,
One's in
I'm
the-
only about 30 minutes away from Dustin. We
Yeah,
went to
well,
high school together, so...
Oh, you should go, you know. Oh.
Hmm.
You should type things with him very loudly on his computer.
My keyboard is actually pretty loud,
Is that
but...
a howitzer, or are you just happy to type me?
Oh my god. And that's Ty. You're probably gonna hear him on occasion.
So we're going to go around the Skype chat, and each of us will talk about different geeky things we do, and I'm going to do this alphabetically, starting with Alex, because his name starts with the letter A.
Hi.
The spotlight is on you.
Damn it.
Tell
you
us
want from me?
Tell us what you did recently.
That is also geeky.
Preferably, but you can also tell us, like, if you did grocery shopping or something.
Well, I did do something geeky this week.
Oh, good. Would you like to elaborate?
No.
Maybe.
Damn it,
pausing.
Alex, why are you doing this to me?
Because I like to watch you squirm, Brian.
You pull me to the edge of my seat and then you leave me there.
Oh man, I did this thing.
I am
so
a great
amazing.
tease.
Guys, I did it. It was so fucking amazing. I just like, oh my god. Well, what'd you do? I'm not telling you.
But yeah, so, yes, I did something fairly geeky this week. I played D&D.
What does that stand for?
That stands for, I'm glad you asked, Brian. That stands for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say drinking and driving.
Drinking and driving is not a very good thing to do, Alex.
This is a wonderful sport. I'll kill this guy.
It's also not very geeky.
Well, I mean, it can be if you're
Can
drinking
be.
and driving and, like, also, like, doing advanced calculus.
You're
Or if you're
rolling.
listening to the Legend of Zelda soundtrack in your car while you're driving.
This sounds like a
drinking.
great time.
Slightly.
We here on Toku Takeout do not advise drinking and driving. We do, however, advise doing it while you're rolling a D20.
I've done that before, actually.
Any kids listening at home, number 1, shame on you because we cuss a whole fucking lot. Number 2, don't drink and drive.
Exactly.
Not
Wait
yet.
until
Wait
you're
till
at
you're
least-
old enough.
Wait until you're old enough before you drink and drive, yeah. The legal drinking age is, I think, 21.
I'm
Yes.
totally going to do that. When I turn 60, I'm just going to one day just get a big jar of vodka, go into the desert, and just drink and drive everywhere.
So anyway, Alex, you're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, so anyways, I played D&D last Tuesday. And it was fun.
Now,
Except
did you
no
win?
one really expects to die on the first adventure. Especially after you've successfully completed it and have avoided all danger.
What'd you do? Just walk off a cliff or something?
No, we got a magic item, our group.
Oh,
we got-
no.
Oh, no.
Alex, did you try to
Yes.
fuck it?
No.
This ain't fatal.
Well,
You find a magic sword, I stick my dick in it.
You die
Wait,
from blood
did you
loss.
find Kim Kardashian?
Yes.
Wait,
she's
wait,
a magical sword? What?
Wait,
I'm
Brian.
confused on that reference.
20.
Yes.
Critical hit. You die from blood loss.
It's worth it.
Oh, I'm not sure if you've heard of this particular magic item in the game of D&D, but it's called a deck of many things.
Oh God,
it's
no!
a deck of cards that you throw things out with.
It's a deck of cards, about 22 or 24, and basically half of it is stuff that is very good that you want. Stuff like, automatically get experience points, go up an entire level upon killing your next foe. You get a keep and you automatically know where it is. Get in and out of any situation, etc.
If Lisa were still here, not having Skype trouble, she would regale you with her experiences with the deck of many things.
Why do I
Yes.
keep hearing a dice roll?
Alex has a dice and he likes to roll it.
I do. So, anyways, I decided to draw all of one card. I got the Void.
Oh, Nikes.
I don't understand.
The
That's
void
a-
automatically rips your soul from your body, killing you.
Why would you do that?
You don't get a choice. It's randomized.
It's basically an instant rock spall. Everyone dies except it's you only.
No, I'm saying you just finished your quest. You're like, okay, I just finished this long quest. All right, we've killed countless enemies or whatever. I know what we should do to unwind. What's that? Pull out this thing that'll fucking kill us. Okay.
Yes.
I drew the void. We're all dead.
Only
No,
I
not
Wonderful.
everyone, just him.
Well, if there's a void, I'm grabbing everyone I can find and I'm going, no, this was your stupid idea.
Anyway. Well, did you do anything else geeky, or should we move on?
Yeah, I built some more of my Warhammer figures.
What is a Warhammer?
A Warhammer is a weapon with a blunt end that is made to bludgeon enemies to death in times of war.
I don't think that quite explains what Brian was asking.
So you're painting a big, heavy hammer that can kill people?
No.
I'm confused. Like, slightly more than usual. Anyway, let's just move on. Dustin, are you still here? I know.
Yes, I am.
Cut out.
So why is Alex so tight-lipped all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Well, the guy talks and talks and talks, and all of a sudden he's like, so what'd you do this week? I made figures. And what'd you do with them? I looked at them, and I had some water.
It's like he's the Twitter of people. Once he reaches his character limit, that's it.
It's like, fuck it.
Alright, Dustin. Regale us with tales.
Well, I've been working my way through various games from the GameCube. Both good and bad.
Actually, my name starts before yours. I'm supposed to go before you.
Okay, go ahead then. We'll come back to mine.
I watched a great movie. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it. It's kind of old. It's called Batman Begins. It was pretty interesting.
Batman begging strips?
Begins, you know? It was pretty interesting. He was fighting, like, I think it was the Joker, but he had, like, a burlap sack on his head.
Batmans don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon!
He kind of looked like a scarecrow, which is not really a formidable version of the Joker, and it was really weird. Have any of you seen Batman Begins?
I've
seen
seen
it
Batman
a few
begging
times.
strips.
Ah.
Love Batman begging strips.
This was a really stupid joke. Dustin.
Sometimes I like to just, hold up a piece of bacon in front of Batman and see if he wants it. He just stares at me and goes, I don't want any fucking bacon. And I look at him and I go, come on, you want the bacon? He goes, well, fuck you, and I hate lemons. Because Batman hates lemons.
What? Why does
What
Batman
do lemons? What? Wait a minute. I think I know.
way back when someone tried to feed Batman lemons and he didn't like them, so he was like, "Fuck
No,
it, I hate
no.
lemons."
No, Batman doesn't like lemons because every villain is lemons.
It's because he's a big old sourpuss.
God damn it.
Alex, you.
You walked right into that one.
Oh wow.
Suddenly screeching halt.
So if I just tell a stupid joke, Jason can make it into gold. He's like the Rumpelstiltskin of people.
Batman bacon strips. Batmans don't know it's not bacon.
I don't know what I expected, but I did not expect any of that.
Hey, fucking hates lemons.
Okay, Dustin, go.
Oh yeah, what was that doing? Oh yeah, playing GameCube games.
Ah.
Piano 3. Don't play it. Don't.
I actually quite enjoy that game. That was one of, it's a very bizarre game, but it's fun to play.
What
I
game
couldn't
now?
get into it.
Piano 3, it's similar to Sin and Punishment that was on the N64 and they released it again on the Wii. Very weird game. And basically, think of it as like a run and gun shooter, except you don't run and you kind of gun. It was a part of Capcom's big block of GameCube games they were making.
Yeah, the Capcom 5.
Yeah,
which
and
only
after
4
that
came
one,
out.
and after the Piano 3, they were like, "Yeah, you fuck this."
And that was it for it on the GameCube. For the most part.
Yeah,
Also,
the
when
one
it-
I really liked was the Suda 51 game that was made.
Oh, Killer 7?
Killer 7 was fun.
That's on my playlist.
I'm
You
so sorry
for the
about
GameCube,
that.
what game you should get for the
Don't worry
GameCube
about it.
is you've played Eternal Darkness, I'm assuming, yes?
Oh yes, that game's awesome. Oh, that game is classic.
That's great.
Oh yes.
And there's also another one that you should get and play called the Sega Soccer Kicks or whatever it's called. It's a fun 3-on-3 soccer game.
I'm not a big fan of soccer.
Have you ever played Luigi's Mansion?
That was one of the
Oh.
first. That game is surprisingly awesome for a tag demo.
Oh yeah.
Because that's all. It's really a glorified tag demo, but it's still fun.
I just love the urban legend that kind of came from it. Depending on the room you're in, the legend goes that if you are standing in a certain area of a certain room and the lightning flashes, it looks like Luigi's hanging himself.
Yeah, the
Uh,
telephone room.
It's
Yeah,
a me,
that's
suicide!
That's actually been debunked. A friend of
Well,
mine actually
to an
was when he did it.
extent. I mean,
Yeah, it's basically just a shadow glitch.
yeah, the shadow glitch doesn't have the poltergust on it.
Yeah. Still interesting though. I mean, just
That's
yeah.
still pretty cool.
I don't want to live anymore!
I like how the GameCube made 2 different Mario games where they just started strapping things onto the main protagonist's backs.
Yeah. The first one was a vacuum cleaner. The second one was one sucked, one blowed. I just realized that.
Suck to blow.
Vacuum did both of those things, and the other one was a squirt gun that could talk, so...
oh wow.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
I'm
Um,
blood. What the fuck?
That was a weird game.
Weirdest game in that universe. It was a Princess Peach game, and the whole time you're looking for something, and I am not joking. It's really called this in game, the Vibe Scepter.
Yeah, Super
What?
Princess Peach, I played the hell
Yes.
out of that game.
That game is
is
awesome.
Doesn't cry. That
You
was
know
the whole
what?
point of the game, is to stop her from crying.
It was basically Princess Peach going through PMS. Like,
Pretty
she
much.
starts crying and the world starts collapsing around her. And if you guys have never checked it out, go check out, I think it's called,
Super
crap.
Princess Peach was my favorite GameCube game.
I can't think of it now.
I was in the game.
Matthew Patrick, I think is his name. He is the game theorist. He has this really long series of videos about different kinds of urban legends and stuff behind games, and he tries to debunk them. This is really
That's
interesting show.
Alright.
Let's see. Well, and I just wanted to bring up one more game that I played, but then we'll move on.
Okay.
Actually, I want to bring up 2 of them because they're kind of similar, except one's done poorly and the other one's done better. Gotcha Force and Custom Robo.
Custom
Nice.
Robo's fun.
That's the
Custom
one where you
Robo.
play as a little robot and you have to like clean a house for lazy people, right?
No, that's Chibi Robo,
Oh, okay.
which is also fun.
No,
But in a different way.
The other one's similar to like a sort of Armored Core type game, except you're buying up different parts for your mech, and then you just fight them against other people. So a combination of Virtual On and Armored Core.
Yeah, that's Custom Robo. Gotcha
Yeah.
Force is a very poorly done Pokemon ripoff.
Like Metabots?
Worse.
Oh.
So, like,
Metabots?
But yeah. As the weeks go on, I'm going to be playing some more GameCube games. I'll see how they turn out.
What's the name of that game that I told you to try and get, but you don't have the microphone attachment, unfortunately, for it to work?
Odama.
Odama. See if you can get Odama. Such a weird-ass game.
Yeah. It looks interesting, but I don't think does it require the microphone, or is it just
It requires a microphone because you have to yell at the units to go do things, otherwise just stare at you and die.
Well, I'll have to see if I can hunt. I could probably find the microphone accessory like cheap somewhere.
That's the hard part, actually.
Oh.
The microphone accessory is not very easily found.
Oh.
I remember they were going to do something similar with that, with an RTS, Tom Clancy's End War.
Yeah, and that never ended up... No, wait, that did happen, but the game itself sucks.
Yeah, the game wasn't that good.
Use your Xbox Live headset, and of course that doesn't really work very well.
No, it doesn't.
Because the Xbox headset is ass.
It's pretty crappy, yeah.
I remember screaming while I was playing the demo, strike on a whatever the fuck. Okay. It just bombed me. I just died because I bombed myself. This makes no sense. What the hell's going on?
Okay, I think it's Lisa's
my
turn
internet
now.
keeps dying.
well,
Okay.
actually, J comes before L.
So
Yes.
okay. You're right.
Oh, you get to
I
hear
think-
what I did this week.
Why did it take me so long to think that? I'm like, well, actually, and then in my head I'm going through the entire alphabet.
Oh my.
Well, I did several easy things this week.
Tell us, Jocelyn.
Justin. Okay, Brian. Listen, Brian. I got to tell you the story now. I went to... Last night, I actually did something really cool. I went and saw the 1989 Batman at the Sunshine Movie Theater.
Ooh.
Yeah, they actually put up a new HD, cleaned up print version of it.
Nice.
And we got to watch it on the big screen. And it was fun, and it was like the last time I actually did see this movie, like actually sat down and watched it, was back in 1989. I was 7 years old, and we actually saw it, I think, somewhere in Springfield, Virginia. But it was actually the first movie one of my cousins had ever seen in a movie theater, because she came directly from Pakistan. And in Pakistan, they saw stuff on video, but they didn't see anything actually in a theater.
Oh, that must have been a big deal.
Yeah, so when she came here, we took her to a movie theater. I was 7 years old, and she'd never even been to one. She just turned, I think, 9. And we went to go see Batman, and of course, it blew her fucking mind. She's like, oh my god, why is there giants talking to me? Anyways, it just really cemented to me exactly how much better Jack Nicklaus is than Heath Ledger at playing the Joker, because he just did it perfect. And honestly, go back and watch the original movie, and then watch Batman Returns.
See, I have,
Dark Knight
and I'm
Returns.
still, I have done that actually, and I still prefer Heath Ledger. I mean, he had no reason for chaos other than he just wanted to spread chaos. To me, that is scarier.
It just means you don't have any taste. Anyways, so we have...
I'm gonna have to inject here, but I kind of like there are 3 Jokers in my mind. There's always been 3 well, there's the newest one being Heath Ledger. Then there's Mark Hamill, the animated one.
Oh, that's the very best one. It's Mark Hamill.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Always
if we're talking in general, Mark Hamill beats all of them. Sorry.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the best Batman movie ever made is Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Yes. Why
Also
can't
because
live action do it that well?
Because they suck.
Besides, okay, I was trying to give him a little bit of credit, as human beings.
I liked the first two of the Christopher Nolan ones. The third one was okay until you got to about halfway through, and you're like, okay.
Jack Nicholson Joker. Thoughts?
I really like Jack Nicholson Joker.
He was an awesome Joker, don't get me wrong, but like I said, for me, he was just, even as a kid watching this, I'm laughing at him more than I'm afraid of him. And I grew up with the comics, and I was always afraid of the Joker and the comic books, especially with,
Then you should like the Jack Nicholson one much more, because that is far closer to the actual comics.
Yeah, but it didn't scare me in the way that Heath Ledger's just made me feel uneasy.
You mean the crazy crack addict?
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not scared of many crack addicts.
I used to know some crazy crack addicts, and I was scared of them too, simply because it's like they could literally turn around and try to kill you.
I'm gonna kill you and then say you this washer.
Pretty much, actually.
I did a few other things. Oh, okay, you go.
Isn't like the Arkham City, Arkham Asylum Joker kind of like a combo between the comic one and the animated one?
Yeah,
kind of. I'm sorry, I love Harley Quinn. Oh my god, I love Harley Quinn. And hearing that Tara Strong was voicing her in the Arkham games just made me love her even more.
Yeah, it was really good. I have a question though.
I thought it was Arlene Sorkin.
No, not in the games.
No, it was Tara Strong.
Oh.
She just did a really good impression of my nuts. Anyways, yeah, what I was trying to say was, okay, when you hear someone coming up to you and saying, oh, okay, I used to work in a comic book shop, and every time that I worked in a comic book shop on the Lower East Side, in a very famous comic book shop there, and people would come in every so often and then would see both Harley Quinn and the Joker, and they would be like, oh, we're just like Joker and Harley, and I would look at her and I'd be like, oh, so he beats the shit out of you and takes the credit for everything you do? And they would just look at me and go, huh? No, you're stupid. I'm gonna go over here and look at toys. You're so stupid. And I'm like, yeah.
No,
the nerd rage just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not denying that their relationship had its issues. I know that's
I'll
a massive
say he fucking killed her.
Yeah. But the thing though is that the fact that she was a licensed psychiatrist and he managed that shows how weak of a character she really was, because he was able to twist her mind so easily.
It's so totally.
Yeah.
Because originally Harley wasn't really in the regular DC universe until much, much later.
Well, yeah, she was created by
for the show,
Batman,
by
the animated series.
She was created by Paul Dini. Anyways, other things I did this week. Went to my normal comic book shop. Every Sunday I go to the comic book shop and just hang out and piss off my friends.
Don't you do that without hanging out at the
yes,
shop?
I do all the time. I just show up and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Oh, what's this? Is it expensive? Throw it on the floor. Bye, guys. Hey, you know what my favorite Transformer is? My favorite Transformer is Leader 1. What's up?
I get it, because that's a GoBot.
GoBots, Transformers, same thing. And
I understand these jokes.
Then they're like, fuck you. No, they're not the same thing. And then I reach over and I grab one of those Hasbro GoBots figures and I go, why does it say Transformers on it? And they get even more pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I did geeky this week.
Alright, so next up is Lisa.
Hi. I just posted it in the chat. I may have to record my reaction tomorrow because my boyfriend has to go to bed in a little while. Okay, he said I'm good for now. All right. Geeky stuff I did this week. Right now I'm actually watching Steam Boy, which is by the creator of Akira.
Yeah.
It's pretty good so far. I haven't seen it
in a very long time. One of the cool things about it is that the frame rate in it is incredibly high. It's not as high as Spriggan. Spriggan's frame rate is still higher.
Oh, yeah.
But the frame rate of that thing is just amazing to me.
Oh, yeah. Just some of the scenes. Like, right now it's a scene where one of the giant, I think, metal tubes is starting to fall over and it's landing on people and whatnot. But yeah,
Well,
I
that's
have
a
not
bummer.
seen the entirety of that movie.
it's good so far. I'm
Oh,
an
shit.
animation fan. So I am really loving the animation part of this.
Did you ever see Rujin Z?
I have not seen that yet.
It is the most bizarre and confusing movie you will ever see. Basically-
I still doubt it can top Katsu. Suicide Club made more sense.
Oh, I like
Big
Suicide
Katsu.
Club.
So do I.
The thing is, with Rujin Z, it's about a ghost that gets inside of an elderly man's mecha body taking care of thing. Basically, he's an ICU. His wife's ghost gets inside of it and then goes on a mad dash around Tokyo, just breaking things while people are trying to convince the machine to stop.
Wait a minute, I
killing.
think I have seen this.
Yeah,
It's
Rujin
been
Z
a
is
while.
very weird.
What's
You
it
know,
called?
it's been a while since I've seen it. Actually, no. Wait, hold on.
Katsu is still weird.
No, I haven't seen that. It just sounded familiar for some reason.
But yeah,
So
also,
what's it,
I
what's
mean,
that
there is
called?
always Road to Sugadoji, which is all sorts of fun. I love that.
Lord.
Oh yes.
Check it
Oh,
out, I've got a
yes.
dick. It fires lasers.
that is an awesome one. I'll have to use that at some point. I have
Oh,
a dick
use
in it
it all
fires
the
lasers.
time. It's very upsetting when I do it in public, though.
I wonder why.
Even worse when I actually start firing lasers.
If you count ponies as geeky,
Heyo.
I am actually I am part of a live fanfic reading group that I do voice acting in.
Oh, thank God. I
And-
thought you were going to say I'm part of a LARPing group with ponies.
Oh God, no. Okay,
Oh.
even though I'm a diehard Pegasus, or even there are still some times when I'm like, okay, that's pushing it.
All right,
Like
all
a
right, hold
thing-
on. I've got to do my rainbow dash. And then
Oh,
suddenly
my.
it just strips nude.
Wait, I didn't agree to this.
Not yet.
Oh, but you will. Anyway, so I think that's all our geeky stuff. So I think right now we're going to take a break. We're gonna watch Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills.
Tattooed teenage
For some reason, I hear that and I think of the Misfits. The band.
alien fighters. You know, I have a tattoo of the Misfits on my arm.
Oh
The
my
Misfits.
God. You are immediately awesome. I have a Murder Dolls logo tattooed on my wrist, and I have Invader
I
Zim
have
tattooed too,
Trioxin.
as well.
I have Trioxin on my back from
Yeah, so-
Dead.
So anyway, we're gonna take a break and we'll be back in a little bit. And yeah. And we're back. Welcome back.
I want my time back.
Same here.
We just
This
watched
was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
we just
No.
got back from watching the first
Why,
of Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from
Ryan?
I never in a million years thought I would say this. The room is better.
Brian. No, no, that's an insult.
No,
the room is not better.
quite.
I was waiting for them to
I
take
don't
the
know
clothes
about
off and start
that.
blinking, but it never came.
I was waiting for the sweet embrace of death, but unfortunately we're still here.
So, anyways,
We'll go around again, starting alphabetically with Alex, and we'll each talk about a different part of the episode that we found funny, tolerable, interesting, not necessarily good.
There was no good here.
Okay, starting
Where
with
to begin?
ugh. What now?
what's the part of the episode you want to talk about?
I think my favorite part of
I
the
don't
whole
really want to
episode-
talk about any of it, but
But
I have to give a little credit where what little credit there is due. The what was it? The bad guy costume, not bad.
Especially since it's basically just a painted bucket on the guy's head.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and that set was pretty decent. Like especially how they had the lighting, and the visor constantly reflected the light. I thought was kind of neat.
But
Yeah.
really, that was a bucket that was just cut and put on a guy's head.
Still,
It could have been worse.
Not
Still,
much.
Yeah.
it wasn't that bad of a costume.
No, I
considering
quite
what
enjoyed
came
it.
later.
And I quite enjoyed it, and his pet bird was so bird-like and realistic.
I quite frankly did not realize the bird was fake until it started talking. But then again, I have never seen a bird in my entire life.
Yeah, do you know what that guy is best known for being in?
What?
He was a bit actor. He used to show up in a bunch of different things, like the Bob Newhart Show and Happy Days and Married with Children and Twin Peaks.
Oh my.
Yeah, everyone who's worked in the show, except for the people who are actually on it, were in a ton of stuff. And
So
also,
really
he was also the chief. He was also the chief weasel in. He was the weasel guy, the leader of the weasels in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh my fucking god.
So they
Yeah.
worked their
He
way
has fallen
up
so
to
far.
Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills is what you're
He
saying.
worked his way up.
Yeah. This is really the peak of his career.
I feel bad for him.
Oh man.
Oh, he did more than us.
Speaking of us, Dustin, your name has us in it. I just now realized.
Oh yes. I'm probably gonna steal this from Jason, but
Yes.
did anyone notice that the guy who's playing like the mentor, the Zordon, if you will, was Ortho from Beetlejuice?
Oh my god, yes.
Oh, it's amazing. Glen Shaddix is the guy's name. He died not too long ago.
Aw.
Aw.
Yeah.
He's also
He
been in a
died.
couple other movies.
Yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff. He
I just
is
can't
one of my
remember any
favorites.
other ones right now.
Demolition
wasn't he-
Man, where he basically plays Ortho again.
Wasn't he in Nightmare Before Christmas? Played the mayor.
Yes, he was. He was the mayor, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was in Heathers. He was the father in. He was the father
Yes,
in that.
that was
he
the
was
movie
in
I was
Demolition Man. He was the mayor of Halloween Town. He was in Dunstan Checks In as the bad guy. He was in the 2001's Planet of the Apes as the senator that everyone hates.
That's the Tim Burton one, right?
Yeah, the Tim Burton one. Because he's in
Yeah.
all sorts of Tim Burton movies.
I don't...
Oh, and Brian, he was in your favorite, My Summer Story.
Oh, shit, really?
He was the manager of
Oh.
the theater.
Oh my god, that character.
Yes.
That's such a good movie. My Summer Story. We need to watch it sometime.
I'll have to check that out.
He was also on a bunch of episodes of Teen Titans, Jackie Chan Adventures, Justice League, and I forget who he played in Justice League.
For anyone who doesn't know, My Summer Story is the sequel to A Christmas Story.
No, you're wrong. That's Christmas Story 2.
And the less said about that, the better.
No, it's great. You see, because he does everything exactly the same, and the whole point of the story is that now he wants to go have sex.
My Summer Story is a better movie. I haven't seen A Christmas Story 2, but I can tell you that My Summer Story is a better movie.
I thought
Anything is a better movie.
I thought I gave you a coupon for a free copy of that movie.
I don't know what happened.
I just don't know what went wrong.
Okay, so next I believe... Oh shit, I was supposed to go before Dustin. I'll go now. My favorite part of all of it was the heroes and how they were all giant, and then to make the fight better, they became a robot who was the exact same size as them, but like slightly weaker, I think. And somehow that saved the day.
It looked like a robot that looked like a medieval knight.
Yeah.
It was
Because
clearly something that they got a they just went out to the store, bought a suit of arms, and were just like, okay, we've got this suit of arms. It's made out of plastic. We need spandex, and we've got ourselves a Zordon or Megazord or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
Pretty
And that's
much.
what they did.
So next is Jason.
Hi.
thought
My
Dustin
favorite
was
thing about
next.
the no.
I already went.
Oh, okay.
JKL. So Lisa is last.
Okay.
You're so last.
Eh.
Save the
Anyways.
best for last.
Anyways, my
So,
favorite
like, not
thing
this
about the my favorite thing about the whole series is during the fight scenes, they had such a limited area to actually film things in. They just did it on a random sound stage, and they just added these plastic hills and things like that. If you look closely, sometimes you'll see the tattooed teenage alien fighters in the background, like the ones that are doing the flips and stuff. You can see in the background they're just doing nothing, and they're just standing there waiting for the guys to do flips. You can't see it in this episode because they filmed all the fighting stuff, like for the entire thing, in like a couple days' time. So they ended up filming all the fight scenes at once. So sometimes you'll see, like, in the background, just one of the tattooed alien teenage fighters without his, like, mask on, just standing there with his legs crossed and just waiting for his turn.
That's
It's
awesome.
not in this. It's not. You can sort of see it in this episode. You see the blonde-haired purple one in the back, just standing there and just looking around. But in later episodes, you can actually see them just standing there, just waiting for their turn to do flips and stuff. There's like all sorts of just bizarre things that were happening during the entire making of the show. It was made by Deke Entertainment, and the person who created the show ended up working on what was it? He worked on like a ton of television shows for Deke Entertainment.
Oh, so that's you put it out. That explains a few things, actually.
Yeah,
Jason knows
the
way
entire
too
thing.
much about
I
this
know,
show.
I know way too much about this stupid show, and I watched every single episode of it when it was on USA.
All 40
it was part of.
episodes.
I've watched all 40 episodes, including when they meet a psychic and one of them falls in love with her, and she didn't expect for her to fall in love with this guy, even though she's a psychic that predicts everything 100% of the time.
Who's blowing into their mic?
Please stop blowing into your mic.
Sorry.
And now they're fucking with their mic.
I'm trying to get away from my mouth. So
God damn it, Dustin!
that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Just gets so angry sometimes. It's amazing.
I will
Wow.
fuck you with a gun. Alright, so now you
There's
have
a
to
fetish for
recut
that.
back. I have to recut back into
I came up with this great line that I don't think I'll ever have the chance to use. Jason, insult me real quick.
No,
Okay.
you fat shit.
Why don't you go give a blowjob to a shotgun?
Aww.
Why would you want death to me? Brian, I thought we were friends.
It's just it's a comeback I came up with, and I
So
never
you
get a
want me
chance
to
use
die?
it. No,
Then why did you say that?
I'm sorry.
You fat shit.
No.
Oh my god.
And we've completely derailed the podcast.
So
Yes,
moving on to
fuck
Lisa.
looking at Stuff.
Okay, I think just for the amusement factor, I think the main, I guess, good guys. My gaydar kept going off every single time I saw the blonde guy, and there is no way that they could really do all those stunts in that tight spandex, that short.
You mean the guy wearing a bright pink shirt and a light yellow
Yes.
sweater vest?
I just every time it did a kind of a solo frame of him, and you could see he's overacting it, and I just kept hearing
about his-
nostalgia critic
what
in my
about
head
his,
going, "Oh, I'm acting."
I'm acting. Do you remember when he actually transformed and what he transformed into?
I'm trying to forget.
It was clearly S&M gear that they just found.
Yeah.
It
had,
poorly
like- it had,
made
like,
S&M gear.
It had like a zipper going down the crotch.
It-
And they had
I was
zippers on their
expecting-
mouths.
I was expecting him to magically produce a cat and nine tails or something, and just go, "Okay, wait,
Well, he did have a
where
giant
was-"
dildo.
Yes, you're right. He did. You got me there.
It was
It's
a
just-
giant dick. That
Um,
glowed. It was great.
The part I found hilarious with that guy is that when he actually transformed, he looked gayer, but sounded more masculine. The blonde dude was amusing, I have to say. A clear Urkel ripoff, or maybe not even Urkel, maybe
He
more.
was an Urkel and Carlton type ripoff.
He was what happened if those two got together and had a baby. But yeah.
And
And you can
here's
read
another
about this.
thing.
You can read about Urkel and Carlton having a baby in my legendary fanfic, which I will link in the... I don't know where I'm going with this.
Thank you, but I think I'll pass. The brunette, the cheerleader. All I can say, my boyfriend's saying she had a nice butt. I don't think it was real, but that's besides the point. That thing moved in 2 different directions, and your ass should not be able to move like that. She was making it clap. I thought she was cute until she opened her mouth. I'm like, oh, hey, she's kind of crap.
In later episodes, her outfit in this one was fairly large. In later episodes, it becomes so skin tight that you can actually see her nipples half the time.
Okay, I may actually have to go watch that.
There are 40 episodes. If you watch for 40 minutes, for all 40 episodes, it's like her clothes just continually get smaller and smaller and tighter and tighter. There's at one point where all she's doing is just wearing spandex dresses.
Oh, wow. I'm sure somewhere in some obscure part of the world there's a porn of this.
Do you know who actually created the show?
Who?
The same man who created Dragon Tales.
Wow.
Are you serious?
He also helped create Bobby's World.
Okay, I actually liked that show growing up.
He also wrote the movie Grandma Got Ran Over by the Reindeer.
Oh, Lord.
Done.
That actually kind of makes sense. The last thing I gotta say, though, the last member of the group, the blonde one, obviously you could tell it was blonde dye because, her roots are showing something fierce. She is one of the dumbest women I've ever seen.
And her transformation double's wearing a wig.
Not only that, I'm convinced it's a guy. I am convinced her transformation double is a guy because it was all like, muscles and more muscular.
It was actually a former fitness, Miss Fitness model or whatever. You know how China used to do, like the fitness competitions and stuff like that?
Yeah.
It was one of those.
Oh my Lord. I just found her, she was, like I said, she was one of the dumbest characters I've ever seen. Just this random big smoky light appears out of nowhere. No explanation. Her first thought, I'm gonna touch it. Now I'm gonna run into it. Ty's quoting the Matrix right now.
It's taking medicine from a black man in an industrial district.
Yeah.
The most significant thing that the Carlton character in the show has ever done, he was an extra in the movie Biker Boys. His name was Clean Cut Guy.
Didn't you say something while we were watching it?
Now he's an agent for child actors all over Hollywood.
And I'm still extremely disturbed by that.
Well, maybe they don't have to endure the horror of having been in this god-awful show.
Yeah, the only person who actually went on to do anything was Leslie Dannon, and that's because she played a couple characters in a few of the Olsen twins movies.
Okay.
We know how quality those are.
I'm not entirely sure which is worse.
She was in When in Rome. She was in When in Rome. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, even as a girl growing up in that age, that was supposed to be the type of crap that I was quote unquote supposed to watch, and I preferred watching Dragon Ball Z.
We'll see. I was supposed to watch Dragon Ball Z, and I ended up watching Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell is one of those shows that you really only watch because there was nothing else on in that time slot. Oh, I'm bored. Click.
No, I watched it religiously every single Saturday. I am not kidding.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I saw every single episode of that show. I sometimes participate in trivia contests for free drinks, and usually I win.
Because
wait. Huh?
Did you ever watch any of like the spin-off shows?
Those don't count. They never ask any questions on those. They only ask it about the Zach Morris years. Have
you ever seen the Porno That Screech? No, the porno that Screech came
Yes,
out
I
with.
actually own a copy of that one. He gives a girl Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah, that's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, I don't want to see Screech having sex in the first place.
He doesn't
What's
have
he
sex in it.
I don't want to think about it, okay? The fact that he turns around and gives a girl a Dirty Sanchez and she allowed it.
But he doesn't actually have sex.
I just
It's
gagged.
a sex talk, I think. Well, I also own Showgirls and a bunch of other fun things. I own a ton of stuff with Saved by the Bell people. So
Oh, Showgirls
Well-
is.
it's fantastic. It's one of my favorite. What the hell's his name? This guy who directed RoboCop who did that one.
Yeah, he also did Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're getting a little bit off topic, and I think
Yeah.
we're
We're
kind
getting
of
off
done
topic.
here.
I'll punch you in the vagina.
So what we like to do, Lisa, because you're new to the show, is at the end we each say one word, and then we finish. So starting alphabetically again, Alex.
God damn it.
That's 2 words. Try again.
Well, actually, that's 3 words, you idiot.
He's right.
Huh. Okay.
Suddenly, things have taken a turn.
The
the
tables
better.
have turned and got flipped over. I'm standing
See,
here
now I'm
feeling
just
a
thinking of
fool.
that stupid video on Tumblr where there's these 2 guys and they have a table and they pick it up, turn it around, and the third guy walks in. It's like, well, how the tables have turned.
Oh my.
Okay, one word. One word.
Table.
Turn. Dustin? Dustin?
I think he died.
A name, not a word.
I can't think of a word.
You know, trying to find words, it's taken us maybe 100 words each.
Dustin, it can be
Salmon.
any word. What?
Salmon.
You even said the word salmon incorrectly.
Salmon.
Oh,
Salmon.
God.
Excuse me.
Jason?
Makimono.
Ah. Lisa?
Yay.
Ty?
Guggenheimen.
And that's the show.
Hyman.
That's the show, everybody.
This was a terrible experiment. Hey, Brian. How about we write down what we're going to do next time?
Good idea. I'm going to end the podcast right here.
Bye.
You have just listened to Toku Takeout, the podcast for LBR Rangers. If you would like to take some home with you, please subscribe or follow us at lbrrangers.tumblr.com. And don't forget to leave a comment or submit your own content. Goodbye.
Don't get AIDS.
Oh, that was still better than episode 2.
Yes, it was. Except we didn't hear the word. What was the word you used, Alex?
Soggy.
Soggy penis.
Soggy dicks.